Good morning, class 8. Now we are going to see about the audible and inaudible sounds. So what are audible and inaudible? See now. We know that we need a vibrating body for the production of sound. We studied this before. Only for producing sound we need vibrating body. Can we hear the sound of all vibrating bodies? No. It is not necessary that all vibrating body produce sounds or we can hear them. The fact is that sound of frequency is less than about 20 vibration per second, 20 hertz. Frequency is measured in hertz. We studied that also. Cannot be detected by the human ear. So the sound which is produced 20 hertz cannot be detected means cannot be heard by the human beings. Such sound are called as inaudible. So the sound which is produced below 20 hertz is known as inaudible sound, that cannot be listened or that cannot be detected by the human. On the higher side, sound of frequencies higher than about 20,000 vibration per second, that is 20 kilohertz, are not audible to the human ear. Thus, for human ear, the range of audible frequency is roughly from 20 to 20,000 hertz. So, this range of audible frequency. So, this is audible, and inaudible. You understood that the sound produced below 20 hertz cannot be heard, detected by the human, and the sound which is produced 20 kilohertz, that means 20,000 vibration per second, that can be detected by human, means that is known as audible sound. So now next, noise and music. So noise and music. So the meaning of these two words you know very well, what is noise and what is music. We hear different types of sound around us. In the sound, always pleasing, does a sound sometimes cause discomfort to you? Some sounds are pleasant to the ear, whereas some are not. So, noise and music. So, some voice are so loud that we can not hear or we cannot tolerate that sound, and some sounds are clearly heard and we feel good for hearing that sound. So these types of sounds are there. Some are loud, some are normal, and normal sound we can easily hear, and the loudness we cannot tolerate. Suppose construction work is going in your neighborhood. Are the sound coming from the construction site pleasing? Yes, the construction site sound is pleasing us. Do you enjoy the sound produced by horn of buses and trucks? No, we are not enjoying that sound. Such unpleasant sound are called as noise. So this is known as noise. The sound which we cannot please or which we cannot tolerate to hear, that voice, that is called as sound noise. In a classroom, if all students speaking together, what would the sound produced be called? It will be a noise, because all are shouting, all are talking, all are making noise. So that noise, the sound can be produced, is called as noise. On the other hand, you enjoy sound from musical instruments. Musical sound is one which is pleasing to the ear. Means music is playing and you are enjoying that music noise. Music sound, because it is good for hearing. Not good, but it is feeling good for hearing, which is pleasing to the ear. Sound produced by a harmonium is a musical sound. The string of a sitar also give out a musical sound. But if a musical sound becomes too loud, would it remain melodious? No. If it is too loud, it is not a melodious, it will become a noise. What will it become? It will become noise. So this was about noise and music. Now we are going to see noise pollution. So noise pollution, all of you know what is noise pollution. The loudness of the sound is called as noise pollution. You already know about the air pollution. Presence of unwanted gases and particles in air is called air pollution. Same way, Similarly, presence of excessive or unwanted sound in the environment is called as noise pollution. So what is meant by noise pollution? Presence of excessive or unwanted sound in the environment is called as noise pollution. Can you list some sources of noise pollution? Many are there. Major causes of noise pollution are sound of vehicles, explosion, building, including burstings of cracker, machines, loudspeaker, etc. All this produce a noise pollution. What source in the home may lead to noise? Television and transistors, radio, a high volume, some kitchen appliances, then desert coolers, air conditioners all contribute to sound noise pollution. So they produce noise, and that is called as noise pollution, and noise pollution has a loud voice. Then what are the harm of noise pollution? Many are there. See, what are they? Do you know that presence of excessive noise in the surrounding may cause many health related problems? So what? Lack of sleep, hypertension means high blood pressure, anxiety, and many more health discovered disorders may be caused by noise pollution. So these are the harmness to our body by noise pollution. A person who is exposed to a loud sound continuously may get temporary or even permanent impairment of hearing. So a person who is exposed to a loud sound continuously, suppose the person is working in a industry and in that department a noise, there is a loud of machine. Because of loudness of machine, the person who is working on that machine may get temporary or permanent impairment of hearing, means he will lose his hearing power. So measures to limit noise pollution. So limitations are given. How can we measure or how can we limit or control the noise pollution? To control noise pollution, we must control the source of noise. First, we should control the source of noise. How can this be achieved? For this, silencing devices. So for that, what we have to do? We have to use the silencing devices. Silencing means the device which produce less sound. Must be installed in aircraft engines, transport vehicles, industrial machines, and home appliances. So silencing device should be applied in the in the vehicles. So you know that silencer, one silencer part is there to the vehicles that reduce the sound. If you remove the silencer of the bike or the car or the vehicle, then it will be a loudness of sound. So to control that noise, the silencers are fitted to the vehicle. How can the noise pollution be controlled in a residential area? All noisy operation must be conducted away from any residential area. Noise producing industries should be set up away from such areas. Use of automobile horn should be minimized. TV and music systems should be run at low volume. Trees must be planted along the road and around building to cut down on the sound reaching the residents. This thus reducing the harmful effect of noise pollution. So all these things should be applied in the residential area. By this, the sound will be controlled and there will be no noise pollution at all in the residential area. So this was all about the chapter number 13, sound. We completed the chapter.